Out of Trump, Bondi, Patel, and Bongino, who are you most disappointed in 8 months into this 10 months into this administration?
Disappointed? Me? Pam Bondi? No, I'm going to go from the least. Pam Bondi, to me, bro, remember when, because by the way, nobody knew who she was. Nobody knew who she was, but then they revered her as this, oh, she's such a badass. She was blah, blah. And then you're like, wait a minute. She came in as Attorney General in Florida after the whole Epstein thing. Oh, wait a minute. She didn't do anything. She didn't pursue anything. Okay, so to me, kind of weird that relationship. Between Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, I think I'm the most disappointed. I would say, personally, Dan Bongino, because Christian, Secret Service, talked all this stuff. If you come in and you see what's happening, if you have a soul, you know what you do? You gracefully bow out and say, listen, for my well-being, for my character, for my background, I cannot be a part of this. Thank you. I salute you. Thank you for the opportunity. And you leave. Rob, me personally, if I came in and I saw, they always say you come in and you see everything. If I saw that they were protecting pedophiles, thank you. I'm going back to my podcast. Because now, you think people are going to watch this podcast? Are you freaking, you think he's going to bounce back and be on a podcast? No, bro, you lost all your credibility. And I feel bad. By the way, I really like the guy. I genuinely like him. But, come on, man. So we don't believe you.
Where do you put Trump on that list? So I have for you Bondi, Patel, Bongino. So are you more disappointed in Trump than those three, or less disappointed?
I think Trump would be. No, but I mean, Trump is probably going to be at the top, bro. You know what's going on.
It all trickles down from Trump. He's the one who came in with the promises. He's the one who appointed these people.
Humberto, where are you at?
I
want the order.
I want to get this on record. I'm not disappointed at any of them. And
really,
you guys, because you can clip this afterwards. You guys will see this will come on the fourth quarter of this administration.
Better.
I still think
this is going to be on camera.
We're going to put some money on this? Let's put some money on the pedophile busted.
What are you saying that's going to happen in his fourth year? Like the fourth quarter?
The fourth year, I think this type of thing, they're going to tie the knots. Because it's a lot of information. This can make the administration fall completely.
So what do you think? So just in this, besides everything else, when it comes to this, I'm not talking about Kirk and all the investigations. When it comes down to Epstein, pedophiles protecting, what do you think is going to happen in the last year? If you had, no, I don't want exact, but who's going to come down? Do you think like a Bill Clinton or like a Bill Gates, who are all implicated, are going to come down?
It will really hurt Trump's legacy to not have any Clintons in jail.
Okay, so if the year 4, it doesn't happen, then you're going to say, would Trump be the most disappointed for you?
Yeah, but did you hear what Eric said on the podcast with Pat on Friday? Was when he talked about receiving the concession call from Hillary Clinton and how Hillary wasn't exactly, at some point he talked about how the president had said that he felt it would be bad it would be against the best interest of the country to jail Hillary Clinton. Yeah. So I don't think you'll ever see a Clinton in jail, regardless. No. Now Reed Hastings, who was it Reed Hastings? Reed Hoffman, who Elon Musk said visited Jeffrey Epstein's island. It's part of the reason why he was donating so much money to Democratic causes, was to try and prevent Trump from getting elected, because he was concerned that if Trump got elected, then Reed Hoffman would then get arrested for his association with Jeffrey Epstein. Why is a guy like Reed, I get it. If you went on a podcast and said it about me, Rob Gargiulo's on the Epstein list. By the way, I'm not. But I could easily have gotten tricked into it. I could see how a great vacation in the islands. Cool, I'm going to go. Free food. Boom, I'm there. Wait, this girl looks questionably of age. Oh, that's a nice massage. Oh, no, I'm trapped.
Yeah,
I could see how you get there. I wouldn't do it myself. I would take the free accommodations, the free flight, the free food. But if I'm reading the free food, 100%.
That just means you're a cheap date.
The problem is it's adrenochrome, and I don't need to drink it. No. But Reed Hoffman, I don't have the money to sue you. I'm not going to suffer any losses from you saying that about me, making defamatory comments about me. Reed Hoffman does. So why wouldn't a guy like that go after a guy like Elon Musk? If Elon Musk is claiming that he's in the Epstein files, it would only lead one person to assume from the outside looking in that there's one reason why you don't take legal action. It's because the legal action wouldn't be in your favor.
Discovery happens.
And I'm not saying this because I'm naive or I don't know. Rob, we sat next to Epstein's brother. We've been deep into this.
Allegedly. Could have been Jeffrey Epstein at this
point. We've been deep into this. I think this is going to come down to two things. Either we're going to have a Snowden level whistleblower that brings the receipts, or they're tying loose ends. The thing is, once you said, because you have intelligence, you have foreign governments, you have big banks that can destroy the country. You have like so many things that are potentially like dangerous, like country-ending dangers on this. And if you don't have all your eggs in line, you know, like this can go really bad real quick. So if they're gonna make a move, this is gonna be quick.
No, I'll take that bet, honestly. If we're talking about by 2028, there's going to be, you know, this massive disclosure of everybody who did business with Epstein, all the pedophiles and sex traffickers that's going to come out. I'm saying right now, you can come back and clip it if you want. That's not going to happen.
I'm with Connor.
What they are counting on in 2028 is that we will have forgotten. And I can tell you that because it's already working. Vinny, when you're on PBD podcast and the subject of Jeffrey Epstein comes up and you're ranting about pedophile demons and the forehead vein is bulging and you're red in the face, what's the reaction you get? Not just from your fellow panelists, but from the audience at large. Do you see a much larger section of the audience being like, why is this guy still yelling about this? Move on. Talk about something else. Yeah. You get the eye rolls. You get the like, okay, whatever.
People are like,
who cares?
You know, why is he getting so angry? Why you don't care? Because I made a statement when we first started. I go, I'm never going to stop talking about it because of the victims that you're never going to even hear of. I'm talking about the ones that were raped and murdered and buried or burned somewhere that you're never, bro, because dead men tell no tales. Do you think that these people were traveling there, seeing, you know, famous person, billionaire, ex-president, and they just went, hey, go release them back to the public? Hell no. Those people are freaking dead. So guess that's who Vincent O'Shawn is. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm going to keep letting them. By the way, even if nothing happens, I just want them, every time they hear Epstein, the people that are in trouble or that are involved, they go, I want some type of.
Every time you do that, just remember that Donald Trump says you were a bad person and he doesn't want your support.
I don't need his support.
Is it fair to like not let it go and try to be hopeful at the same time?
Not let it go and be helpful?
No, hopeful.
Hopeful, no, because once we stop talking about it,
once they kill
under the table again.
Like if they kill your hope that this is gonna get solved and we're gonna get justice, like you might as well not talk about it. You know what I mean?
But
like,
I want them to.
Vinny, but if we're in the position, nothing is ever gonna get done. They're gonna get away with it, this and that. Like I'm not that guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't you want people to know out there that these demons are out there, Jake? Demons. There's demons out there. Like I know,
but Vinny, I'm trying to put out in the universe that there's gonna be justice.
If it happens, it'll be because of people like us having these conversations, not because of the high-level decisions.
I get what you're talking about, but I think just even talking about it lets people know out there, just the regular Joe Schmo, what you're up against. Because when we talk about evil, Humberto, we go to church together. When I tell people this is beyond just a guy that can, like, when people go, how do you even think for 2 seconds? This is my favorite. You think this person's capable? I go, yes. 1,000% I believe that this is just flesh, and what's inside of human beings, there's some evil shit that people do. Just one example. Remember that German guy that faked the kidnapping of his daughter, had a slide door that nobody knew, and he had in the basement his daughter who he raped constantly, impregnated her and had kids, a whole family of incest, and his wife had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay? So when people go, you think people could do this? Yes. Do you think a leader of a country could? Yes. Do you think a businessman that's? Yes, I do. And guess what? When a billionaire's wife says that the reason I divorced my disgusting husband is because of his relationship with the pedophile, post-pedophile conviction, that's who I believe. And so I do believe it. So my thing is, I want to keep talking about it because maybe, you know what? Warning some people that are out there, keep your kids away from these people. Watch your kids. Raise your kids right. Have them stay away from these. Because, bro, who are they sex trafficking? They're sex trafficking weak, broken people that have no homes, that have no nothing. Yeah. And maybe this will let them know, stay in your kid's life.
And Connor, you will be shocked. And this is the last thing. You will be shocked of people that don't know about this, Rob. We have, you know, I hired a girl. I don't want to throw her under the bus. She's a little bit younger than us, all right? And she finally understood, because we did an interview. She understood to the fullest extent
of what's happening.
Of what was happening. She cried. All right.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about someone that lives in America, grew up here, and everything,
and doesn't know.
And it hit her like the full extent of evil, and you know, like she cried literally.
I mean, I'm not happy that she cried, but I'm happy that my point exactly. You're talking about it and hoping for justice. I can always have hope. But hope is all due over here, Umberto. I want people to know, because you have to know what you're up against. Because this is a freaking battle. This is something way deeper than flesh and blood. I always say it. So I want people to know how to be armed against this. Because when you go into a UFC fight, if I'm going to fight Rob, I have to do my homework. Is he jiu-jitsu? Is he a boxer? You have to be prepared. So
He's
if
a
you don't know, grappler.
Yeah, take you to the
He's
ground.
a cuddler.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're up against, Humberto, then guess what? You're gonna get beat like that. So I know you want to move on. So
No, the one thing I did, so I didn't get from you. I know Vinny's order. I know my order. Humberto not disappointing anyone. When it comes to the actual administration, Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, Dan Bongino, and the president, who are you least and most disappointed
So
in? In order.
most disappointed in Trump
Okay.
because I believe so much of that trickles down from him. Then Pam Bondi, then Cash Patel, then Dan Bongino, because that's the chain of command.
See, okay. Interesting. I'm pretty much on par with Vinny. I've got Bondi least disappointed. Had zero expectations for her. Therefore, I'm not really that disappointed in her. The next on my list is actually Dan Bongino. I was pretty disappointed in Dan. I felt like we were good. But then above him, I'm really disappointed in Cash Patel, specifically the narrative that he has taken. And then again, it comes from the top on down, so President Trump. So I think all of us can at least agree that we're most disappointed when it comes to the handling of the Epstein files with the president himself. Here is Howard Lutnick, former neighbor of pervert and deviant Jeffrey Epstein, talking about how Jeffrey Epstein was the world's greatest blackmailer.
I mean, that's an incredible story that you could pick up that he was a pervert.
It's gross. The guy's gross. Right with my wife. He's gross. The guy's gross. This was not, the deep nuance of Howard Lutnick. This guy's gross.
Right. So how come Bill Gates and all these other people could hang around him and not see what you saw? Or did they see it and ignore it? Or
No, they participated.
Right.
they participate.
Can you pause it right
He's
there for a
on
second?
list.
Dude.
Get a massage.
Okay, so that is the Secretary of Commerce, who's a very high-profile figure. What do you think Howard Lutnick's worth?
Can I guess?
Oh, billions.
The billions?
He was Cantor Fitzgerald, right?
Yes,
Yes.
$3.4 billion.
Yeah.
So this guy is worth $3.4 billion, and he just said that Bill Gates participated in the antics that Jeffrey Epstein was up to. Why hasn't Bill Gates filed a lawsuit against him?
Great point.
Like him or not, he's not like what you were saying. Like if you get sued, nothing happens. This guy is worth $3.4 billion, and he's a genius. Like him or not.
No, I know.
Like,
I really
why-
like Howard Lutnick, and I believe him. Say what you want. The audience can say what they want. When it comes to this is 2005 when he bought his place. So this was before Epstein was actually arrested for pedophilia. But you could tell, like, he felt that disgusting, demonic energy.
But
He
we
felt
got
it
to
with
ask
his
this
wife.
question, though. If we have the head of the Department of Justice, the director of the FBI, the deputy director of the FBI coming out and saying, there is no Epstein list, Epstein had no clients, he didn't do business with anybody with all this stuff, he didn't traffic children to anybody, that was all for his own personal use. How do we have those people on that side? And then the Secretary of Commerce coming out and dropping names and apparently actionable intelligence of people committing violent crimes against children. Like, what is the disconnect? What is going on in the Trump administration where the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing? And they seem to have this complete communications
Maybe
problem
not.
on their
Maybe
hands.
not. Maybe fourth quarter. Disclosure.
Okay, but then why disclose this now? You'd think if there's this big sweeping thing coming of, we're in 2028, we're dropping all the names, we're blowing everything up on our way out the door.
Connor,
But then you let Howard Lutnick go out and run his mouth to the New York Post.
Did you see what Tylenol did? They dropped a tweet quietly in 2017 about women not taking do not take Tylenol. So when the big release happened, it was on record. Maybe they want to put this on the record for future reference.
Well, let's play it. This is Howard Lutnick saying that Jeffrey Epstein is the world's greatest blackmailer.
Massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever. Blackmailed people. That's how he had money. So
That's how he had
So
money.
what happened to those videos? Why is there now such a dearth of information when, Donald Trump's people are running the FBI and the DOJ?
I assume way back when, they traded those videos in exchange for him getting that 18-month sentence.
Oh, wow.
Which allowed him to have visits and be out of jail. I mean, he's a serial sex offender. How could he get 18 months and be able to go to his office during the day and have visitors and stuff? It must have been a trade. So my assumption, I have no knowledge, but my assumption is there was a trade for the videos because there were people on those videos.
And have you talked to Donald Trump about this and shared your theory?
No, I mean, he knows the story.
Right.
But
Oh,
my story that, I was the one and done with the guy. He knows that
Do you
story,
think Trump? Do you think
that's
Trump saw this?
I'm calling bull on that thing right now of we've never talked about it. Like, Howard Lutnick is next to Trump constantly.
Yeah, there's my favorite is when you see Trump speaking on Air Force One, and there's always like Howard Lutnick in a quad, and he comes out from one side or the
Howard
other.
Lutnick is behind Trump the way Anthony Blinken used to hover behind Joe Biden. Like everywhere Trump goes,
John
Howard
Kirby.
Lutnick is standing right there with him.
He is Donald Trump's hype man. He goes out there, he hypes the crowd up, he talks great about Trump in every interview that he's done. He is Donald Trump's hype man. Well, one thing he didn't say at all during that clip was allegedly, in my opinion, at one point he said,
he goes, "It's my opinion."
I have no knowledge.
I have no knowledge is what I
says.
heard. But there's nothing that would absolve that guy from any type of libelous action if there was action taken by any of the people he just implicated. He gave himself no outs in that. It's, hey, this is what I know. This is the truth. Go ahead and sue me. And no one is doing any of that.
Isn't that, guys, like...
This makes even less sense because if he's so close to Trump and he's moving in this direction, would he try to sway Trump in that direction?
Or to be honest with you guys, I don't think
What's going on,
I think he was
Vinny?
just being very honest here, Umberto, and didn't probably realize till the end, or he's like, "Oh shoot, I said a lot about
It
this
also
guy."
shows how insane the situation around this conversation has become. Because, like, you score an interview with the Secretary of Commerce. Okay, what do you talk about? Commerce, usually. Interest rates, tariffs,
How did
business.
pedo trafficker come up?
So first question, Secretary Lutnick. You used to live next door to Jeffrey Epstein. Let's talk about that. And then that's the only takeaway from
What's
your
the
interview.
first question?
I don't know if it was the first one or not. I haven't gotten through the full interview yet, but it's like that's the main takeaway. That's what all the headlines are about. Him talking about Jeffrey Epstein being a blackmailer. So how insane do things have to be for you to sit down with the Secretary of Commerce? Like our whole discussion is going to be about a dead pedophile.
They're not letting go. Every time the White House, Rapid Response, or all their accounts post, there's always an Epstein.
For sure.
There's always an Epstein comment or meme under it. I like this though. Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot.
I like him opening up about this.
So if you like this clip, click right here, and if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.